G'day everybody, it's Dan here at Pilates with Dan with the next homework sheet for you guys. This term's homework is kind of a bit special. We're splitting it up into two sort of sheets that you can use. The first one is to use at home if you don't have a Swiss ball or don't want to use a Swiss ball at home. And the second one is if you do want to use a Swiss ball at home. So they're slightly different. Both of them are working on the skills we'll be working on in the mat work classes. The homework sheets are also for those who aren't doing the mat work classes in the studio. And so if that's you, then you can practice some of the skills that we're working on this term for the reformer classes and the circuit classes. Okay, so first up, this is the continuing plus level class. And this is the homework sheet for without the Swiss ball. And what you need to do is, instead of a Swiss ball, we're going to need to use the wall for a few of the exercises. So I want you to have your space with a wall that is available, or you can use a door, but just make sure the door's closed and doesn't swing out on you, okay? So that would be an extra special surprise. So we're going to start off standing up. Okay, so you're going to be standing up against your wall or door. We're going to do a couple of little roll downs. I want you to measure yourself so you're about a foot length away from the wall with your feet, but you have your body up against the wall. The arms are just relaxed, and this is just allows you to figure out what's happening through your spine, which is good to back up what we did in that spinal movement term. Okay, so you're going to just breathe in nice and gently and just roll the body down, finding any stiff bits in your body. At the bottom there, breathe in again and roll all the way back up. We're going to do that a couple more times and just rolling it down. Breathe in nice and deeply. Try to breathe into the back and exhale to come back up. See how that feels. Play around with your breath. See what works for you. Going down, breathing in nice and deeply and coming all the way back up. Good, some nice spinal flexion there. So then we're coming down onto the floor. We're going to use the wall as a surface to play with, okay? So positioning the feet so they're just a little bit higher than your knees. Okay. You don't want to set yourself back too far because you're not going to get really great articulation through the spine. But at the same time, don't set yourself too close, right? So you kind of have to find where your space is. For me, it's about here. We're going to roll up into our pelvic curl. So it's an exhale to roll up, working that space, and then roll back down. Just like our normal pelvic curls, I don't want you to pop your ribs up necessarily. It's more of a investigation as to how the lower part of your body is moving, and roll it back down. We've got 6 of these. Trying to get those legs working so the hamstrings are working, a bit into the bottom as well. It's just that movement of the lower part of our body. We'll do 2 more here. Pressing up and back down. Next up, we're going to use the shifts. For the shifts, I'm going to get you to have your feet and legs together nice and tight, so you're working those inside thighs as well. We're going to inhale to prepare. It's an exhale to come up to that pelvic curl position that you achieved before, making sure that the inside thighs are staying together. Now from there, the pelvis is going to shift to the right, come back to the center, shift to the left, come back to the center, and then roll all the way down. Okay, so this is our little typewriter shift thing that we've been doing. And curling up. Now I like to reverse, so go to the left first, and center, right, and center, and then coming all the way down. And do that again, leading to the right and coming up. So leading to the right and center, left and center, and going down. We'll do one more time there. I'll tell a lie. We're going to do a couple more. To the center, and to the center, and down. So now it's one more each way. I just had a look at me, I gave you. And curling up to the right and center, left, center, and coming down. And last time now, coming up to the center, and going back down. Okay, so that's a little bit of lower body work. Now from there, we're going to ask you to wiggle back so that your legs are straight. It's probably the hardest thing of this class, is going backwards and forwards on the mat. So I'm just going to position the legs. We're probably going to go about a foot height off the floor and be in a V shape, so the Pilates V. And I want you in that V shape to have lots of contact through as much of the foot as you can. Okay, so just take a moment to make sure that in the V shape you haven't got just your little toe side of the foot on the wall. As much of the foot is on the wall as possible. Okay, legs are straight, hands go back behind the head, elbows up towards the ceiling. We're starting off with a little chest lift, exhale coming up, and then inhale to go back down. And exhale, inhale to go back down. Some days you'll be able to come up higher than others. And we'll do one more here. And hold that position. We're going to hula 5 each way. So we're going to turn and center, turn, center, and turn, and turn. And 3, and 3. Keep the elbows nice and still. 4, and 4, and 5, and 5. Going back to the center, resting at the upper body down. Now from there we've got a special version of the 100. You're going to keep your feet on the wall. Now in some ways that's easier if you think about it. You're now having to hold your legs up. But what I want is, I want to make it harder, okay? I want it to be something that you have to think about a little bit, okay? So I want you to be pushing your feet firmly into the wall or door or whatever you got, and make sure you're staying in contact with that wall, okay? So you're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, come up to your position, work to your height, whatever you got, make sure the legs are straight and you've still got contact with the wall. You're going to start with your beats and breathe. So as you're going, you may feel like you want to float the feet off the wall. I want you to stay in contact with the wall. We're practicing our reach of our feet away from us. So those who are in the studio, after I went to see the lovely Leslie Logan down in Melbourne, we talked a lot about the two-way stretch afterwards. Let's do 2 more breaths. Hold. Here's an extra special bit. We're now going to bend the knees off the wall, bringing them in, pointed toes, straight into a single leg stretch. Notice how we're close to the wall, we're not touching, and exhale, and exhale. Do 2 more. 1, 2, bring both knees in, double leg stretch. Out and in. Out. And 6. Hold here, take the hands back behind the head. We'll go crisscross. Two more. And rest it down. Good upper abdominal work. So from there, we're moving into a little sequence of support work. We don't need the wall anymore, okay? So make sure you flip your feet around and do the other side from your wall. Now when I switch sides, I'm of course going to face the camera. You just switch sides. Okay, so from our bent leg position, we're going straight up into our side support. Inhale there, we've got 5 each side. So exhale, coming up and inhale down. Inhale down, pushing the floor away. And we'll do one more for luck. Good. Switch to your other side. And coming up. And down. And up. And down. Try and really straighten the legs. Last one. Good. Now moving on to our front supports. You're going to hold each one for 4 breaths. Finding your space, spreading your fingers. Keep pushing the floor away. Good, and resting it down. Stepping out again. Good. And again, out. We've got 6 of these. Taking care not to move the upper body, staying really stable. Let's do one more. Pushing out. You're going to hold this one. We've got leg pulls. Right side first. We're going to lift it up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Other side, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. And resting it down. So, even though we're not going to be doing that inside the mat work classes, these are skills that we're going to develop or work on. That's why I'm getting you to practice. Okay, so from there, we have prone breathing, which is just lying on your belly breathing. Okay, so, and then we've got the full back extension. So I might turn around this way because what's after that, we have swimming legs in the full back extension. So I want to make sure that I'm not going to hit my head or anything like that. Okay, so prone breathing first. You're simply breathing, and think of this as a moment to just reset yourself. Okay. Notice I do a little shimmy just to relax there. Good. Okay. Then from there we've got the full back extension. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale. And back down. And up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. Last one. We're going to come up, hold it here. We're going to do our swimming legs. And up, down, up, down, up, down. So working with those hamstrings. Just going to come down, I want to get more height. And resting there, pushing back. Good. Okay, and holding here for rest position for 4 breaths. Good job. Okay, so that's the basics there for you to practice at home. Remember, we're developing those skills, and in the mat work, even if we're doing a slightly different exercise, it's still the same skill set. And I look forward to seeing you all in the studio soon, and good luck practicing.